Is it picking up game sound? It is. Okay, caps lock. They straight up call you the, one of these characters straight up calls you the F slur. Very funny. Monday. Map. Oh, we need a map? Okay. Alright, let's see what we've got. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Okay. So we're just exploring now.
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box.
The box seems happy.
Oh, the box is happy!
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox.
The mailbox seems happy. Oh, that makes me so warm and fuzzy inside. Ugh. I've been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow. And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachol forever.
Leave. Alright, now we actually haven't gone into the bookstore yet, so I suppose we should do that, hey?
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Curious pendant you're wearing. Narrow your eyes mysteriously.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
Are you the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Talked to her before through the doorbell. Really?
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Interesting. What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose.
Uh-huh.
But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Wait, shouldn't a storekeeper know about their wares? Where do you learn about the important things then?
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
Alright, I'll take a
She
look then.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
God, I've mentioned this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Hang on, I'm just checking my phone. Okay.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, yes, of
Wonderful.
course.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
What the fuck?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
I'm not gonna grade a human being, I don't do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
10. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Josh, are you still in chat? It seems like an answer you would give. It's an answer I would give for sure. Maybe I should do that.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends, how much do you pay the kid?
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund.
Hey, Nivy!
She's securing her financial
Hope you feel
future
better.
out there.
Thank you, leave a lurk. It's really appreciated. Hope you're doing well.
Slap the cuffs on her.
I formally reprimand you for your corrupt activities.
Oh, of course, officer. Good work. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
I hate her so much.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
I hate this woman. I hate this woman so much. Gift books and Milton candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Okay, hang on, I've just got to do something quick. Whenever I do this, I have to reopen my Twitch stream manager. Give me a sec. Cool. Storekeep, tell me about the muscleman books.
Man from Heimdall, a very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sound good. Which one should I start
What
with?
does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdalaman, the man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Rows and rows of Heimdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
What the hell? Okay.
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth.
Can we just talk
Man
about this
from
narrator?
Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies.
I'd let this.
Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
I'd let this man who's ever doing the voiceovers. I would let him read me bedtime stories, and then snuggle.
Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Pain threshold. Do any of the books call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ow.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Heimdallaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
I feel like I need to get more money. That's okay though.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Look through the pile. What board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me, who'd want to have children with me? God damn, that's so depressing. I don't feel as if I have any kids. Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all those. All of these seem like terrible answers. We're gonna go with the bottom one.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
She keeps fiddling with the pendant. I'm very curious about
For
this.
friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
What about these rural things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals.
This
where
is
they
a
try to summon
one-for-one
entities.
D&D.
Highly immoral stuff.
I really hate this
Still
woman.
buy them,
Play
though.
Sans, you're not my favorite person. I don't like you. Look through the pile of royal
An
rates.
endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
Alright.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Anything that really catches my
There's
eye?
a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. Nonsense for anemic Beano clods.
Leave.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen
no.
dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. Come on, this is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor garage.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here.
Gosh, why?
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
Motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Very colourful. Term of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Still keep anything of note on the shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tournée racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
What? Why?
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
Okay.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the map of
This
Insulinda.
large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you.
What?
Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Squid
You
first.
can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You
Interesting.
have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, It's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Stop keeping up by these
I'm
maps.
sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Hey, Panda. How you doing? Feeling any better?
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be.
Not ready. I'm sorry.
From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
So what happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
So I can buy the map, or I can steal it. I'm gonna try to steal it.
You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it.
Damn, that's wild.
You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
Perfect.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
I can't believe I stole a map that costs 90.9 rail. We stole a map that costs 0.9 rail. Amazing. Trace through, part through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Excellent. So now we have a map. Hey, we stole a map. Now we have a map. Great.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
I feel like I want a hot chockey. It'll probably make me feel a little awful. Like, actually, if I make it with little milk, it should be fine. Give me a sec. I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Yeah, we've got a map though. Can we save game? Oh wait, we're in dialogue. I'm gonna go make a hot chocolate quick. The kettle is... well, water's boiling. Storekeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
Okay, so
I
you're...
can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Muskin has? Of course. Shame you were over here earlier. I should have offered you a hot chockey. Was very silly of me. To be fair, my brain is very foggy today. Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Damn. Cancer? Just straight up?
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does this book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
What?
And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly otherworldly.
You sense something ominous emanating from the shelf, but it lacks form and substance. And soon enough, you lose track of it.
No! Guess I'm locked out of that. Another boring book just discarded here. Wow. What's wow?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
That book. Yeah. It's kind of... Yeah. Sorry, my brain is foggy. I can't keep up with stuff like I usually do. Cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I mean, yeah, if someone was like, hey officer, don't look at this very obvious thing that I don't want you to look at, I would also be very curious. Hang on, I think the kettle's boiled. I'll be right back. Let me for real, right? Like, also, I'm never buying the Nestle hot chocolate again. I'm just gonna get the cocoa powder. You only need to use like 1.5 scoops at most to get like dark chocolatey cocoa, like hot chocolatey drink, and like a little bit of milk. It's kind of wild.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Interesting. Tastes a bit better, to be honest.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Is this about the curse? Is that why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
This is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm opening the fucking curtains.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Really? That was it? Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Unleash him. That was it. Androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Maybe... Oh, there's a chance I could break down the door. Maybe I should break it down, but before not. But not before I strategize.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Check your
The
surroundings.
room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear.
What about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Jesus, that knock was loud. What the hell? I freaked out for a second there. I was like, what the fuck? Are we breaking down the door? Are we this kind of person? I failed.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Is that blood I'm seeing? Rub your forehead.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Can I? No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
Oh, it's
covered in
locked. Okay, it's locked. Anything else I can interact with in here? No, just the door. Okay.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
I thought it was pretty obvious. I tried to smash through the door by using pure physical force. I need to know what secrets lie behind the door. It's part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Okay.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while
Oh,
looking
they're called
inside.
centimes.
Then,
Okay, I don't want to do it right now. There's things I've seen and said. Yeah, the distant scroll of seabirds. Splatter of bullet holes on the wall. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble, I fix it. Amazing.
the dented yellow mailbox greets you with
There's a tree in it. Okay. Okay. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Press X to doubt. I guess we talk to these guys, yeah? Since we're here. Swallows fills the air.
Have you no shame?
whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the
Hey,
game,
Andrew!
right?
How are you? Look, in.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
God damn. I'm good. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sure I will.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Okay. Okay, just throw the ball. Let's do it.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every
Like
victory.
balls?
Time
Pentacles.
as frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Take it.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
It's the third time for Elias glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are
Union
a
of
god
man
to
and
them.
ball.
Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
By the way, that is, to translate for all the non-French speakers, that is shit. Fucking shit. Basically.
What the hell is your problem?
Problem? I don't
You
understand.
vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
I talk with. I thought it was shot
Well,
put.
it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try and fix this. Complete opposite of shot put.
Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths? Does it anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around? Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Oh, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Oh. Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just
I
chose the
knew
name
that,
to feel
but...
special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Look around. I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Jesus Christ. Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Nod thoughtfully and turns to look northwest.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing petanque on their mangled corpses.
I would love to play petanque sometime. Hey, Panda, do you want to play petanque with me sometime? We could turn it. We could make a petanque drinking game. We can make a petanque drinking game. Let's go.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on. The coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Activity set for my place then. Oh yeah, I haven't played. Oh my god, can get in touch with my French heritage and play petanque. That'd be great. But the first thing I have to do, Panda, the first thing I have to do is take one of the balls and fucking yeet it into the enemy's into your neighbor's garden. Get balls. Yeah, where the fuck would I even get balls? Shit. I'll have to think about that. Is that why everything's so bombed out? Ah, that explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault.
Got pit bulls that
You,
will work too.
we, the
Nice.
coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Oh, what? Okay, hang on. This is getting very political. How would my character think of this? Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Hey Vanda, I wonder if this game... Do you think this game has a little bit of French inspiration and French Revolution inspired parts of it? I'm very curious. What do you think? Don't ask where I got them, because I don't know. I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume... Blah, 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 yeah.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Who was this Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been
led
better,
Revachol before Mrs. Frizzle? Magic School Bus? What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into
were not
gunfire.
normal. Yeah, exactly. You're still in Daddy's balls. I love... That's such a fantastic line. I want to use that in real life. I'm going to use that on my young friends. It's no use talking to you about this. You were still in Daddy's balls. Midi, you are a young... I am a 24-year-old, you're right. You full of bull in the sea. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? There's a 3% chance I succeed.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frisel First, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frisel the Fun?
Miss Frizzle the Fun? Yeah, she's even referred to as Frizzle the Fun, because she took people on Magic School Bus trips into the line of fire when they got old enough.
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Do you think about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Same.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Thank you for your time.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Renee and Gaston, you're playing you through one of the... I'm never gonna get over that. That was so funny. I've got a bull they could use. There's a bull right here. I think they should use. It's very squishy too. It was beautiful. It was so good.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Looks delicious, points to sandwich. Can I have a bite of that? Tagria. Renee. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Don't be a dick, Gaston. There's plenty. Imagine you're just trying to eat your fucking sandwich and this guy walks up to you and he's like, don't be a dick. Give me a bite of your fucking sandwich. Une sandwich, s'il vous plaît. Un sandwich, s'il vous plaît. Okay, I'm not that hungry anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
Convince Gaston to relinquish his sandwich.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
I'm not so sure about this.
Too late. Daddy's already fighting the bad fight. Make it stick.
Oh no. The city's going to, sooner or later, some foreign anarchist is going to steal your sandwich. That's a fact. I'm going with this one because it's funny.
What the hell are you talking about? What foreign anarchist?
No time to bring him in. Just keep your eyes on the prize and ignore him.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even?
Because that's how the foreigners are, Gaston. They won't stop till you have nothing left.
He won't care. As long as there's food in his fat belly, he'll lick any boots that's kicking it to him.
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism. Here we come.
I feel bad about this. Gaston is way for real. Yeah. Imagine this conversation happening. This person ruins your game of Patong. Fucking talks about your sandwich being commie bullshit. This man's on another level. This man's straight up chorking it. Eddie, please don't take my sandwich. It's too late. I already did. Revachol is calling. She needs us. Not tomorrow, not soon, but right now. Let's take our home back.
Now you are talking sense, son. All four of us working as a group. We can make a difference.
That's good.
Whatever you're selling there, he's buying it. In bulk.
I'm actually already a member in a group tasked to keep the streets safe. You are too. We call ourselves the police.
Oh my god, Kim. Kim, I got this, wink at him. Then let's review and possibly redistribute our resources. Continue. He wants the sandwich so bad. Second will drop it.
God damn it, son. Once you realize Martinez, all of Revachol is actually going to shit. It will be too late.
So, is there something I can help you with instead, or?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Oh, he's so sweet. I love him.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Gosh, caviar? Interesting.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects?
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Ooh.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And who is Evrard?
Evrard Clare. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debardeurs all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual
Not
member?
in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Revachol. Turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence.
What are the
Never
little...
committing to anything. Pick
What?
a damn side already.
I actually kind of agree with Renee, although the side that Renee is on I don't agree with. What are the little things you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I
Oh,
have
my
these
nose
long
is so
talks where
runny. Blech. Sickies. Anybody important messaging me right now? I mean, all of the people who message me are important, but I want to know if anybody specifically is messaging me for something important right now. It doesn't seem that way. I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm important. Yes, you are, Panda.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Made you look. You did. You made me look again. Made me look twice. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me, and then me. Never again. Ugh.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Ew.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Browse through the
You
box.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Ew.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Yeah?
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers, pat them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Can't I just buy the sad Concord Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk.
Lo-fi? That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk. Myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
I want the... Should we insist on the speakers?
Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Alright. Perfect.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool.
That's pretty cool.
Bang, 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 bang!
Wait, he did finger guns? Really? You think I'm cool? I'm gonna say that.
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some... What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers.
This game is so beautiful. The
distributors,
graphics is also very
manufacturers,
nice.
Wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Do you have a permit to sell all that? Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true? He doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Okay, no permit then, cool.
Hyper cool.
Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
Should I try to persuade him to give me some money? What do you think? Should I do it? I feel like I'm ruining my playthrough. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. I'd call him. Maybe once I have a little bit more level, I'll try it. Roy's Pawn Shop. Order lock out of order till Wednesday, 7:15 AM. Oh cool, this gives me electrochemistry. Nice.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Release the lever.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Pull the lever again. Leave.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the water lock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
Oh, I want salami
His
now.
eyes
You have
are
no.
fixed
I
on
want
a
salami
man
so
stranded
bad.
on the other side of the water lock, and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
I want salami so bad right now.
His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
I can have salami. The salami lid don't fit the salami. So the salami lid, it ain't gonna fit this. Do you know what caused this wreckage? First things first, what are you doing here, man, on the water lock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the water lock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
And eating his salami. That's so nice of you.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the water lock and the salami.
Wanna share it? Yeah, as long as there's not a water lock between us. What if we ate salami at the water lock together? Yeah. JK, unless.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a water lock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's with the lever? It does nothing. Points at the control panel.
It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage.
Why is it? They just told him.
Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock with debris still in the channel.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever? Not enthusiastically.
Great. Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
He cuts a fresh slice of salami. I want salami so bad right now.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the 3rd day.
I got the tutorial agent, thank you. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Thickened salami. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Right. Bye. Wait, did that not give... Did that not give me... Do I not have salami now? But I thought it would give me health. I thought it would give me health. It's just dialogue salami. That's the most disappointing thing I've ever heard in my life. Antique cash register?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
This is so cute. I love
Try
this.
to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Expect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Points at the knights on horseback. Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like Rene, the old guy playing pétanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalists?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Inspect the figurines in wax.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Point to the figurines and rags. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope, even we can do it.
Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
Interfacing.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
I have to buy this.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
I needed it. I needed it so bad. You have no idea. I needed it. I needed it. It's important.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
I needed it, okay? It's what I needed in my life. Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Seems a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring. But the most important
Leo is currently getting
transformation is
talked
the
about.
light's
Yes, sir, Leo.
placement among ordinary
I'm coming back.
Indoor
The return.
fixtures,
The return's
which has
happening next
adjusted
week,
its
Andrew.
morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
The return is happening. Nothing else you need to know about the light.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
The Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
You sure this is all I'm working with?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, could I bring it to a beach party?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
Kids already work first, party later.
That is the unofficial RCM motto, yes.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Typical vacuous consumers. Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Electrochemistry. Is Roy high? If he is, then what is he on?
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it. And many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
Damn it.
A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
AU guns like the ones carried by the officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned a gun?
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Wait,
alert.
I sold you my gun?
You...
Oh my god.
With Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That is so funny. My god.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
Feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was that like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Bruh. Holy shit.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
Wait, how much did I sell the gun for?
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream.
15
It's
royale.
not, though.
For a gun.
This has got to be the most. Wow.
I agree, Kim. I also
There's
agree.
pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
I really should have killed myself. Maybe still. So sorry to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying,
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I could find the spy?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm.
Of course.
That's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
Check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Gonna do it.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Photic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Like to sell my clothes. Don't have anything to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
Wanted to ask about my, we might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Think you can help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform, or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Anything you know about the recent ending?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
When you put it that way, it sounds bad. Yeah, Jesus.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Actually, that's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there are Copo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, what are the other Copo types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Fucking they should be sorry.
Yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
Not sorry, I changed my mind. Should I just opt in? Opt in? Let's see what happens. I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
One sorry piece of shit, a petulant, flagellant cop monk is not the right word. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself as Mavosian show trial. Jesus. I guess we're internalizing -1 authority. Gateway to a river of filth. Oh, what's this? Nothing. I actually want to make a cup of tea quickly. Actually, let's go talk to the people this side first. Tea it up. Yeah, I'm gonna make some tea. Or at least boil the kettle so that I can make some tea. Gonna have a nice chamomile tea. I need some chamomile tea in my life. For my throat. Some chamomile. I'll make you one too. I should have made you. I'm filled with regret. I'm so filled with regret. I should have made you tea. Look at how cute my bunny shirt, my bunny jersey is. I love my bunny jersey so much. Okay. Makes me so happy. Alright, let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations
So cute, the
emerge.
shirt too. I know, I'm so cute. That's so true.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler
Keep listening.
from another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation.
Do you know what
given.
this game reminds me of?
Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Do you know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of BoJack Horseman. It's the game version of BoJack Horseman. Where like BoJack Horseman was really silly, but also really serious at the same time. It's kind of giving me that vibe.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew.
Ayo.
Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes on you?
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Hey, yo, non-smokers, let's go.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the ask around elsewhere.
Guess I'll ask around.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union
Some
demanding?
pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type.
A fellow
They know what's up.
non-smoker. I know, right?
Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Interesting. Know anything about the dead man, the one who's hanging behind the hostel here?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
What are you holding anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Time to arrest him. Okay, and what are you actually holding?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're holding?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, those lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What do I see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines. To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
What's beyond the border?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
See, this game is silly, but then it drops shit like this on you, and it's really cool. What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
Really, you can tell me. Gonna dip out. Great stream though. You helped a bit. Thanks. Okay, Panda. Have a great night. Chat to you soon, hey? Take care. Stay warm. Really, you can tell me. Hell, I get long and I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me.
This guy's literally Tommy the guy. He really is! Okay, bye. Good night. Please sleep well.
What about you, Copman? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
No, I feel hunted.
Hunted? By what?
A shadowy figure known only to me as the ex-something.
An ex-wife?
Ooh.
The pain burns in your chest, radiating. The crown of arteries on fire.
Whatever it is, one thing is for sure, it's not my ex.
Still, a shadowy figure. That sounds pretty bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage.
Don't worry, I'm certain nothing bad is ever going to happen to your marriage. Damn.
Yeah. In marriage, you never know if you're doing the right thing. I hope we're doing our best to keep ours together, but anything can happen. Look, man, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Good to know. Thanks for
Don't be a stranger.
Damn, I took damage there. Shit. I'm gonna quick save.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
Oh shit.
Toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Encyclopedia. What did this king do?
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead. No, this one is a monster in disguise.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
The woman still has her eyes fixed.
Okay.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than anybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Actually true?
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
I want to get to the harbor too. Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask exactly where you're from.
What's it to you?
Going to figure out the strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Where? I've worked on a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
I want to get to the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about the murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Exactly is your goal here.
We were promised work. we'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
You're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards, and I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind it.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Had you considered storming in, like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Perfectly lightly bearded square wedge. Cool. Okay.
Scab?
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, I didn't want to deal with... Did you just call me a...
No, I said scab.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to him?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Couldn't have said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Probe into the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total.
The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
So Kuno uses this to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does that mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That's simple, just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Any of the scabs try converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it, another thing.
Sure.
Come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're right, it's almost impossible. Alright, not long yet, just stopping by for a bit. I'm probably gonna end soon, Salami Raccoon. How are you doing? I'm still sicky. I'm still very sicky.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
I'm sorry, Zick. Hope you're keeping warm. I am.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
No, let's talk. Gotta get moving. I am saving.
body betrays your degeneracy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
Dear God.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
But what is
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you, for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
You mean alcohol?
Correct, my small skull servant.
You're right, I am a servant of Al-Ghul, but I still need that body down from the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Ooh, the race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians.
You gave the world eugenics is quite a quote. Yeah, I'm listening to this man and I'm like, holy fuck.
Now your ascent to the
Bruh.
genetic summit has halted.
Man's roided to shit.
Obsessed with sadness and with frivolous.
Man's fucking hitting that fentanyl, got him moving like claymation.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
This hasn't given me that Vitruvian man flexibility, pretty much. Push him out of the way. Ah! Was your people who put that dead body up here? Your people should help me get it down.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum.
When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Okay.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what different races are there. God.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your
Who is this guy? He's called Measurehead. That's literally his name. His name is Measurehead.
Truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Bruh.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Ledefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Who are Type A then, in your view? Wait, who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun. The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace.
A lactose-intolerant subrace?
Seriously. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina. The ancient Meteorans of the
This
tale
man's
by
on a
the
different
golden
level.
Pisantic Sea. The Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners. All have Type A race propensities.
This man is on a different level.
The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite.
I can't handle this man. His voice too, though. The 70s
The
are.
indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile-de-Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile-Maran deserts. The Simonese are descendants of the Areopagites.
We came here during a heroic
this man smoking runts. This man smoking tongue beetles.
Lactose intolerant man occidentals discovered this place.
This man.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Bruh. This guy is fucking... This guy's so fucked up. This guy, like... This guy snorts fucking wood chips for breakfast.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored people.
What?
To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Jesus fucking Christ, okay.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking al-Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
And for eating potato. Bruh.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Revacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet. Chips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
It's better not to go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Jesus fucking Christ, this man. Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Let's discuss
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Revacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Bro, I'm leaving this guy. I've got to internalize his racism. How long is it going to take me to internalize his racism? Research time 1 hour 40 minutes. Oh god. Alright. I'm gonna internalize his racism. Who knew that eating potatoes... Who knew that eating potatoes would cause this? The reason I am the way I am, Taylor, is because I eat potato, obviously. I think I should save and call it for the night. That was intense. That man's like... that man's spoken that good shit. Should I call it here for the day? It's been about 3 hours. That was amazing. Do you not think that was the most amazing interaction you've ever seen in a video game? Like that was like bruh, that was on another level. That was just wild. That was just so wild. Quick saving too. We can raid out to someone.